The Biden administration recently announced its intention to reduce America's military presence in the Middle East and shift American focus to Asia. But well before this, American security policies in the Middle East, and specifically the Arab world, were long in need of an overhaul. These security policies, rooted in arms transfers, military basing, and other forms of military cooperation, really haven't delivered on their promise. They haven't made the region more secure or stable. They haven't built up the capacities of Arab militaries to the point where they can credibly defend themselves. They haven't given America leverage over the behavior of Arab states. And most importantly, they're not addressing the future governance and socioeconomic challenges that the region faces. We undertook a multi-author study to really chart a new path forward for American policy in this region. And what we argue for is a reduction in the military component of American engagement in the Arab world to open up space for non-military tools that we believe will more effectively address the region's challenges.
Americans are familiar with forever wars in the Middle East, but they might not realize the extent to which the United States has tied itself down into legacy military relationships with a lot of Arab countries. Meanwhile, Russia and China have increased their activities in the Middle East, Russia being very opportunistic militarily, and China positioning itself as a major economic partner, particularly in building infrastructure and technology. Now, these are realities of the multipolar world, and a lot of Arab countries view it as both and, not either or. They are going to work with Russia and China, as well as the United States and countries in Europe. But the United States still has plenty of ways to pursue its interests and outmaneuver Russia and China if it would become more nimble in its own policies. It's time for the United States to see that this Middle East region is undergoing an enormous economic transformation away from oil, and for the United States to change the balance of its activities in this region away from military and toward more constructive kinds of engagement. Does the United States really want China to be the main partner for the Middle East in economic transformation, while the United States is the main partner for regional wars? For ideas of how the United States can engage more constructively in the Middle East, please take a look at the ideas presented in our compilation.